Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Pro Wrestling Perspectives Podcast, Episode 5. Today's date is March 1st, 2018, and we're so glad that you decided to join us. The purpose of our podcast is to discuss wrestling from several different fan perspectives, and that's what we hope to do today, besides just having a little fun. I want to introduce some of the people that are with us today. As always, it's the Whitner boys. Chase, how are you doing?
Great, my friend. Good to be here. Good to be here.
And Chance, how are you?
Doing good, man. Got this fresh new dew. Feeling good.
I love it. Like that hair growing in.
We still talking about this hairdo? It's week 2, man.
Oh, was that? Did I have this last week? Oh,
yeah, I want a Amanda opinion on that. On that fresh dew. Get back with me on that. All right, guys. Chad should be along the way in a little while, but he'd be our fourth man in the booth, so to speak. But we're going to go ahead and get started. We're using the same framework that we did last week, which is to come up with maybe the 4 or 5 of the main things that are the highlights of the week, as opposed to digging down real deep and trying to cover 2 episodes. In this case, it would be 3 episodes in an hour or 2-hour long show. It's got to be where it was ridiculous and it wasn't user friendly. All right, with that, let's go ahead and get started. Our first topic tonight is Elimination Chamber. Last week, we did predictions last week, and now it's time to pay the piper. So every time we do a pay-per-view prediction show, the following week, we'll see who got most of them right, and the loser is going to be the one that feeds us at the next event. So we're looking at Fastlane being the next event, and weren't able to get together for this last event, so I'll be fixing something, and the person who lost this week will also be fixing something. We have a need for a tiebreaker. It involves Chance and Chad. So, Lord willing, at some point, Chad's going to show up in this show.
He loses by default.
I agree with
that. I agree with that.
So, let's go through the results right now. I'm going to hit you with the winners of this pay-per-view event, and then we'll talk about who did the best in predictions. The first match was the Bar versus Titus O'Neil and Apollo. We all picked the Bar, so we all get a point for that. Then you had the Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt. We had some disagreement here. Chance and Chad went with Bray. Me and Chase went with Matt, and me and Chase won that particular wrestling match because Matt wound up being the victor. Asuka versus Nia. We went all across with Asuka. Made sense. It was a good pick because we knew she had the winning streak, and I didn't think they were going to waste it on Nia Jax in this particular setting. It's the kind of thing that you want. If there is going to be a loss, it would probably be at a WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You had the Women's Elimination Chamber, which actually started the whole thing. We had 4 different winners predicted for this one right here. Alexa, Sasha Banks. I did Alexa. Chase did Sasha Banks. Chance did Bailey, and Chad, for some unknown reason, picked Mickie James.
Now, with this pick, she did great, though. I will say she performed awesomely.
All right, so there were 6 women in. She was the 3rd one out. That's all I'm saying. So the winner of that was Alexa. So the next one we have up here is Men's Elimination Chamber. I picked Roman Reigns. Chase picked Cena. Chance, in his Mickie James picked Elias for this one. Chad, Braun.
I should have known Braun was going to be going after him.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The casual fan really came out in you guys. Yeah. So, Chase, you did great. You were 3 and 2 in this. Wait a second. Let's see here. Somebody went 5 and 0. They got all of their picks right.
Now, that's only because there was only 6 matches? Or 5 matches?
Yeah, there was 5, I believe. This guy.
That's the only reason. There's only 5 matches.
Okay. You can try to.
It was pretty good. For you to get all of them is pretty good.
Considering you only had a 1 in 6 shot on 2 of those matches.
That's true.
Technically.
Okay, so Chase.
Proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Chase, what's your overall thoughts on the Elimination pay-per-view? Where did it succeed and where did it fall short?
I loved it. I really did. I loved that they started off with the women's. I thought the women's held their own.
Hey Chad, welcome to
Chad.
podcast.
He must have heard he was gonna have to bring food if he wouldn't show up.
Chase, finish your thought, and then when we go through the rest of us, we'll fill Chad in on what he's missed so far. Go ahead, Chase.
All right, go ahead back to the elimination. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was good. I liked all the matches. I liked the popcorn match. To me, was the bar.
Yep.
And so
it's because you knew the winner.
And that, and it just I had no vested care in that match.
You're right.
No, it was just like, I don't really care either way. But I thought I was pleased with the way the whole pay-per-view went. I liked it from start to finish.
Yep. Chance, your thoughts on the Elimination Chamber?
I like the women's a lot because I feel like you could tell that they were really excited to be involved in that situation in the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you could tell they were all kind of nervous to begin with, and wanted to kind of laugh at each other almost, just out of excitement being in there and doing that. But I liked all of it. I thought it was really good. Hate that Bray Wyatt's now where he's at, but I'll touch on that later. Okay. I'm with you. I mean, Asuka to lose her streak to Nia Jax in that scenario just kind of would kill it. Yeah, I thought it was great.
Good deal, Chad. What's your thoughts of the Elimination Chamber? Where did it succeed? Where did it fall short for you?
I thought it was good overall, like we're saying. But yeah, I mean, even the Asuka fight I thought wasn't that great. I don't know. It's just I just think Nia Jax is just a sloppy wrestler. That's just how I feel. But yeah, the bar thing. I was hoping that would be a decent match. It seemed quick. I don't know. It just seemed kind of like let's just get this over with kind of thing. But it wasn't that exciting. But the Elimination Chambers, both of them, that's what it's called, and that's what the main events were. So, and I think the women's, I guess we going to who we like the most. Just talk about it or what?
Just in general over the pay-per-view, kind of like introductory thoughts.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's good. So, I mean, I think I didn't have a problem with 7 men. I mean, I don't think it was too much or nothing. So, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Some of my thoughts are I agree with everybody about the Apollo Bar match. You got to have like these matches where everybody comes down. Unfortunately,
yeah.
I liked the Nia Jax and Asuka. It was a pretty decent match. The crowd was into it. That always helps. I think the Women's Elimination Chamber was the best match on the pay-per-view. I think it was better for the women than the Royal Rumble, even though the Royal Rumble was a big deal. This one cut out all the fat, so to speak. There was a filter, and instead of having 30 women and only about 10 of them deserving to be there, you had some of the best women wrestlers in this Elimination Chamber, which I liked. Now, getting to the Men's Elimination Chamber, I'm a big Braun fan, and I like the idea that he ran through everybody because that gives him a little prop up. But it also makes everybody else in there look like a piece of crap compared to Roman Reigns. So everybody, I know Roman Reigns did his finisher too when he kicked out, but everybody did their finisher and nobody can put him down. But guess what? Roman Reigns could. So in the process of
But-
going up,
I mean, saying that, John, they all did their finisher. They all tried to pin him.
Mhm.
He kicks out of that, but then that's, in my view, that's the only reason he was able to win Roman Reigns. Why Roman Reigns was able to win, because he did that after that.
what I would have preferred to have happen is that when they all tried to pin him, that would have been it, and he would have got pinned, and that way he looked unbelievable kicking out of all their finishers. But in the end, they were able to keep him down, and then he could get up and just destroy all of them, and then walk out of the chamber and get his revenge again on Monday Night Raw. But that's just a small nitpick. I think for the most part, it was great. I knew it was going to happen. A year ago, they said it was going to be Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. And at this point, I'm just happy. And I've accepted it. It's like the sixth phase of WWE. I'm in that phase of acceptance. I went through denial and anger and feeling betrayed. And now I just want him to win so he can win. And Brock can take a back seat. So that's just my thoughts on it. Chad, the loser is going to be between you and Chance. You're both 2-3. Chase ended up 3-2, and I ended up 5-0. So we're going to go.
Bray Wyatt pick got us, Chad.
Yep. So I'm going to ask you guys a question, and you're going to give me your guess. It's going to be a number type question, and whoever goes over.
Was this like a 1 to 10?
No, you'll find out. But whoever goes over, then that person's going to be the person who fixes our meals. And let's say both of you go over, it's the closest one to that actual number. And your question is, Chance, I'll let you go first. How many world championships has Roman Reigns won? World championships.
So what does that mean exactly?
The single title that is the greatest title.
It's the heavyweight.
How many times has
title
he won the
Brock
world
has right
championship belt?
Was that Chance?
That's what Brock Lesnar has right now.
Mm-hmm.
Him and AJ Styles.
They both have the world or world/universe, the biggest belt in the show.
I'm gonna go 2.
Chad?
Well, since I think it's 2, I'll have to say 3.
Chad, you guessed it. He has won 3 world championships. That makes Chance the loser.
Yep.
He's rich. He can handle it.
And you're going to be having to cook some food for our next event, and I got to figure out what that date is. One of y'all.
Fastlane.
I know, but Chad, can you
Life
throw
in
research and
fast.
find out that date?
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
It was pretty clear. There's no
I'm gonna
shenanigans
have to go
involved.
Google that to confirm.
All right, folks, we're going to move on to our next part of the show. It's going to be a discussion of Ronda Rousey and her introduction to WWE. How we thought it went. Was that?
Not this Sunday, but next, March 11th.
Okay, March 11th. Make sure everybody is able to do that. I guess we'll do it at Chance's house, if that's all right, Chance.
Fine by me.
Or I don't care. I'm putting you on the spot because that's where where it was supposed to be last time.
Let's do it.
Okay. Ronda Rousey was introduced at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. That's where she pointed to the sign and gave Asuka and Charlotte the stink eye. The next night on Raw, she signed a contract and had a whole lot of interaction with Triple H, Stephanie, and Kurt Angle. So, Chance, did you watch this? If you did, how do you feel about Ronda Rousey's introduction to the WWE? And in your opinion, what should they do with her post WrestleMania? Because we already know what that's going to be. Her and somebody else versus Triple H and Stephanie.
I loved what happened, like what eventually happened. I thought the leading up to it was kind of awkward, and it was, I don't know. I feel like Ronda's still learning. You know, I felt like it was a little bit awkward. But I love Kurt Angle. I love how like old dad is. You know what I mean? I think it's hilarious, his character. I don't know if he's really like that or if that's just him playing a character, but either way, it's great for me. I think it's hilarious. But I did like her smashing Triple H to the table. It was that was pretty epic. I didn't see that coming at all, so I dug it. I hope they continue her, on that path. I don't know any of the backstory on Roddy Piper, so I have no inkling there on how he acted, like what his character was like. So
I don't know if they're going to push her to be like Rowdy was. I think they're good. I think that's just who she kind of idled whenever she was younger. So I think that's why she's going with that. I don't think that's the route she will be going with her personality.
okay.
So
John, what do you think about it?
Oh, well, I mean, that first night was really awkward. She came out and was a little flustered, as anybody would be. If you hand them a mic, put them in the middle of the ring, and there's 20,000 people there either booing or cheering her, and she stumbled through that first part. The Elimination Chamber pay-per-view was not good. She got a little bit more comfortable at the end there, but still, I thought she looked awkward in that big jacket. I understand the purpose, but it still looked awkward on her. But the following Monday night, last Monday, I thought she was really good. She kind of got what she needed to be, and her interaction with Stephanie and Triple H was right on cue. She needed to get physical with Triple H because the payoff to all this is going to be her getting her hands on Stephanie at WrestleMania. And between now and then, there's going to be a lot of teases. It's going to be
I think it's going to be Kurt. I think it's going to be Kurt and her against Stephanie and Triple H.
Okay.
That's my personal opinion up to what happened Monday night with Triple H, giving him a cheap shot, walking out of the ring.
I'd like to see
Spandex. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that. I mean, it'll be mostly just a shoving match, probably. There won't be anything crazy. It'll just be her trying to get her feet wet. Her mic skills are the only things I think that's lacking. We know she can fight. We know she can wrestle. It's just her mic skills aren't bad. What she says, it's just the volume of how she's saying it. It's like she's kind of doesn't know if it's going to be, if it's going to sound good or not. So just trust. She needs to just trust herself and just trust her ability and just own it. Go if you're gonna do it, just do it. Don't second guess what you're thinking and what you're saying. Just do it.
So how do you feel how do you feel about this intro, Chase? And then we'll move to Chad.
I don't mind it. I know they're doing it because that was her intro in UFC. I don't know if they're going to end up keeping it or if she'll end up picking something else. I don't know if they can keep it, to be honest.
I don't mean music. I mean how she was introduced as a character on the show.
I still think that they're trying to find her niche, character-wise. I don't know if they're wanting to go heel, baby. Right now, she's a baby. So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go. To be honest with you, I really don't. I don't have a vibe for that yet. I think she's just trying to soak it in right now because she's so happy to be there, and so it's kind of hard for her to be, find her way.
And the whole concept of wrestling, we really hadn't seen it. So wrestling comes easy for some of these type fighters, and for others, they struggle with it because they have to go against their nature. Like, look like you're really hurt. You don't do that in MMA. If you get your 3 ribs broken, you just sit there and hold a stone face because you don't want to show that weakness. So, if she can do all that, great. It's going to be awesome if she can do all that.
We saw that with Brock Lesnar too when he first came in there. He was that same way. He had to learn.
It's hard to sell.
How to sell them and stuff.
Chad?
Well, she's got to be toward the top. I mean, they got to boost her. I mean, you can't pay her the money they're making or her name be the name she is without her being a champion in some point pretty quick. That's what I think. But I could be wrong. But I think it'd be stupid for them to let her just gravel around with some of the middle women, just fighting them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're gonna
Chad,
do
do you
they're gonna
think
do this dog and pony show until she can actually learn to wrestle. But once that's over, she's
Chad?
gonna be fighting Flair and Asuka for championships. I feel like so.
Chad, do you think this is a ploy like Goldberg? Do you think it's a Goldberg type 3-4 weeks and done?
No, I don't. I don't think so. I mean, I don't think it'll last like 10 years, but I think she'll be pretty consistent. She might. I think she's gonna be like a Brock. I mean, she's just gonna fight 10 times a year and be a
I
champion.
hate that.
Yeah, well,
I think they're.
I don't know if she's that dynamic to pull it off though. That's the problem. So.
I think
I
they
don't
want
either.
her to be the replacement because I think they're done with Brock Lesnar. And Ronda's shown that she is 100% on board with being a wrestler. She loves wrestling, and it looks like Brock just loves the paycheck. He's already talking about not doing SummerSlam and getting out of the business and going back to fighting. And I know WWE wants to hold on to that one thing that can connect with everybody, and that's what Brock Lesnar can do. Well, now they can tell him to hit the bricks because they got somebody that has a worldwide connection. And she's a female.
Yeah.
So now
Brock Lesnar's stupid though. If that's what he
stupid
really
rich.
thinks.
He's stupid rich. I know that.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
it'd be stupid. The dude can't handle UFC anymore. It's over.
Yeah, he makes more. He makes him over. He makes a couple $1 million though in one fight, 1 year, one a year. That's all he's got to do.
He's gonna embarrass himself, and he ain't gonna have a brand no more.
He don't care.
He can go back to North Dakota, wherever the crap he's from.
Exactly. He don't care.
To fight somebody that sucks to actually win.
I mean, he beat Mark Hunt.
Exactly.
Not a ton of people in the UFC that are that great right now either.
Exactly.
Yeah, UFC is starving for some star power.
Well, he'll make $3-4 million, but
it's good for them for the short term. All right, guys, we're going to move on to our next segment. We're doing well on time, guys. Chance's Rants. That's our new segment starting this week. And Chance, you're going to have to bring it every single week because we're going to need a segment like this. Chance is going to talk about several topics that are near and dear to his heart, and then we're going to give our feedback as we go along. I feel like, Chance, with our time, you can talk about Bray, and then you can ask for our opinions on whatever you're talking about.
Let's hear it.
Time. Go ahead, Chance. It's all yours.
So my heart tonight goes out to Bray Wyatt. I feel bad for you, man. I feel like they're turning you into Kevin Owens of Raw. You came out with a bunch of charisma. You had a good thing going with Luke Harper, your boy. And then they split y'all up, and now you're just by yourself. They don't know what to do with you. They got you wrestling, broken Matt Hardy, deleting you across the stage. They don't know what to do with you out there, man. I feel bad. I think they need to move you over to SmackDown, pair you up with the Bludgeon Brothers or something, and y'all go fight the Usos or something, because that storyline needs to develop and your storyline needs to develop. If you're hearing this, get out of there, go to SmackDown, go talk to somebody over there, and do the redraft.
I don't think we can say anything to that. The way you changed your camera, it was like a confessional or something.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it was good. I don't have anything to add to that particular part of it. You guys?
Yeah, I have something to add to it. He's absolutely correct. Bray Wyatt is done, bro. He's done.
I feel like him and Kevin Owens are like the same person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That works.
I feel like Bray still has a want to be. They just. Man,
I just feel like they were both at the top of the world for like 6 months, and now they're nothing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Kevin Owens is going to fight in Fastlane and blah blah blah, but there's no way he wins that match.
Right.
I really hope they take. I've heard a lot of rumors about them getting the broken brand now at WWE, so I'm hoping that in the next after Fastlane or maybe after WrestleMania, that them two will have or maybe leading up to WrestleMania, will have a impact at WrestleMania with the new character. Kind of like how New Day how they went to the compound and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, John?
I think they ruined this character. There's no way they can get it back, and they're going to try, and it's going to suck because they're going to use WWE's, $3 million budget instead of just giving Matt Hardy a camcorder and doing what he really wants to do. It's just like Guns N' Roses, Appetite Destruction CD, and then they come to him and be like, "Hey guys, we're going to give you, I don't know, we're going to add 40 members to your band, and we're going to do this, we're going to do that," and totally ruin the sound to it. Anyway, let's move on to the next topic here. Chance's rants. The bar. Go ahead, Chance.
The bar. Again, I feel for you guys. I hate that you don't have any competition over there in WWE Raw. There's no other good tag teams that they're facing y'all against consistently. They need to get some compo for you guys. I hope with this redraft again, keep bringing this up because it needs to happen. They bring the New Day, somebody over there to at least mix it up and give you something to work with because the tag team people over there right now, the tag team combos over there in Raw, just got nothing for the bar. And I mean, you had Rollins and what's his face, but that obviously fizzled out. So after that,
Well, Ambrose got hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even then, I mean,
and then Jordan got hurt too.
Yeah.
Pitiful.
Yeah, I guess injuries are to blame for that a little bit. But they got to do something because they're just floundering over there.
They do.
Yep.
Anything else?
Next on my rants is, I kind of touched on this earlier, Kurt Angle, just that I love him. I love his character. I love seeing him on the mic. It gives me great joy.
I don't like his character, to be honest with you. I get he's bumbling and it's cute, but I just hate the way he's portrayed as like an idiot, and then he's like the pet of Triple H and Stephanie McMahon right now. I lied about all that Ronda Rousey, even though we all know it's true. I can't lose my job.
I need this job. That's hilarious, John. You know it was hilarious.
No, it wasn't. It's been done about 1,000 times. Yeah, it's been done about 1,000 times. Big Show did it, and somebody else did it before him, where they threatened to fire the person. They're always going to be at the top, which is going to keep them from having any kind of stars. Chad, any thoughts about Angle? Okay.
I'm not a big fan of any of that stuff, really, man.
Mm-hmm.
The only one I really like is Shane McMahon, but I don't really like his character. I just like that he's one of my favorite wrestlers, believe it or not.
Yeah, he's a really good wrestler.
But
I like Stephanie McMahon more than Shane McMahon right now.
He makes too much money to go into the ring, though.
Yeah. I hate his character right now. What else you got for us, Chance?
That's all I had.
I got Asuka and Bludgeon Brothers down here.
Well, the Bludgeon Brothers was just that Bray needs to go over there and they need to go destroy the Usos, or at least have some competition over there. Get the tag teams going, man. I mean, they're just kind of floundering right now. And then Asuka, I was just going to touch on her and just say, she's a really good fighter. I mean, you can go up against Nia Jax and survive the. I thought Asuka was gonna die when she was laying by the turnbuckle, and Nia Jax was about to sit on her from the top.
Oh, she's about to Yokozuna or something.
Yeah, about to die, and luckily she rolled out.
Oh, I wish she wouldn't have. I wanted to see that.
I was scared. I was scared for her.
Well, all I got to say about the Bludgeon Brothers is, Chase, you better save up money because your son is going to want to get the 3 different versions of the Bludgeon Brothers when they come out. Yep. And I thought they completely ruined an otherwise good promo back and forth between New Day and between the Usos. It was really good, and they all looked like cowards when they got out of the ring when the Bludgeon Brothers got in there. Let me do my count here. Jay Uso.
I missed that.
SmackDown. Jey Uso, whatever the other Uso's name is, Kofi Kingston, Big E, Xavier Woods versus Harper and Rowan. See the difference there? And these guys left the ring scared.
You can't count
these guys.
You can't count Xavier Woods.
Okay, I don't know why, but
it's not that the Bludgeon Brothers are that good wrestling is why they're scared. They're just scared because that they're gonna
they might get hit with
kill somebody.
Who have they beat? Who have they beat?
They
I'm going to give you about 30 seconds. Tell me who the Bludgeon Brothers have beat that you know of.
They have beat nobody that you know
that
of.
they bring in every week from the local talent.
Exactly. So if you're Usos and New Day, what reason do you have to be scared of these guys?
They brought those rubber mallets in.
Hey, what's the fast lane fight? Is it just not Usos against Bludgeon?
They don't have a lot yet. They got the 5 or 6-way, whatever it is.
Why are they not doing a tag team title match against Bludgeon Brothers?
Well, they're doing New Day and Usos, and then at WrestleMania, it'll probably be all of them together on the pre-show, the 2-hour pre-show.
I like the Bludgeon Brothers, dude.
I don't get it.
John likes TGB or whatever the heck they are better than them.
Yeah, he likes survival garbage, but
he
the
likes
club garbage, but
he likes a couple of father-in-laws out there fighting each other.
Yeah.
If you ain't 40, you don't be wrestling.
A bunch of Uncle Ronnies out there.
He just can't get how bad Luke Harper,
Bobby Roode,
Luke Harper and Rowan were before they were the Bludgeon Brothers. They were so bad. They were the first people out and everything.
No, Luke Harper's good.
He won the Intercontinental title.
They were with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
We got to move on, folks. Great conversation, but now we're going to Chase's segment. He's got a list of topics he wants to talk about. Chase, take it away, my brother.
Just got a lot.
Wait a second. All right, try again.
Wow.
It's your internet.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
We're waiting on you, buddy. It's all yours. Chase.
Now he's got a 10-second delay.
It's your segment. Go ahead.
What am I talking about?
Oh my gosh. Yep.
I didn't hear you.
He's like
I didn't hear
you. He has to read a teleprompter, John.
Okay. Your topics are Usos, New Day, Bludgeon Brothers, and Women's Division shakeup. So tell us your thoughts on the Usos, please.
Usos, like what you said a while ago, the Usos and the New Day promo was awesome. I loved everything about it. I didn't like that what you're talking about when the Bludgeon Brothers came out and they kind of ran out of there. They kind of left a little too fast. They could have, eased out a little better than that. But I loved what they're doing with that. The tag team in SmackDown is way better than Raw. Yeah. So that's just
not saying a lot.
Yeah.
And I think what's going to happen is no, it's not. But I think what might happen is they might actually move either the New Day or the Bludgeon Brothers after the shakeup. One of them is going to be moved.
I tell you what, old Big E, he brought it. And
he did.
Just like this guy needs to separate from
He's a good wrestler, man.
The New Day, or not separate, but he needs to be in the world title picture right now.
He's a good wrestler, man.
Yep.
You think that after Brock is gone, that they might do that?
Here's a negative.
They need another big dude.
Yeah, but they got one coming in named Bobby Lashley. They got Bobby Lashley coming in. I don't know how to compare him to anybody out there. He's the big guy, tall, thick, just like the way Vince McMahon likes. So I don't know what they're going to do. But Big E definitely needs to be one of the stars on SmackDown at least. Because
you think he's on SmackDown?
I want him to, going against AJ Styles. You talk about some awesome matches, big guy versus little guy, and both of them can move. That'd be awesome.
Well, I think they're pushing Baron Corbin in that spot. This week they pushed him pretty hard again. but now Cena's there. But I don't know what he's going to do. So now my women's division. I love Becky. I love Naomi. But them getting beat by Ruby Riott is not helping them at all.
Not helping the show.
How do you lose to a girl who pretty much can't do nothing? If you really look at her wrestling ability, she is not near the wrestler that Becky is or Naomi is to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then Charlotte is I think Charlotte's about to get moved because she hasn't done anything in weeks, and she's the champ. Which I'm fine with the champion not fighting every week, but do something. Don't just come out there and be buddy-buddy with a couple of people. Do something. Mm-hmm. Especially like when she fought the old redneck girl. I thought those matches were great.
Yeah.
I think.
Keep going.
Go ahead.
It's all you. Keep going.
The Raw women I thought outdid the SmackDown women, but we'll see at Fastlane how they come back at what they did at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, I just think Raw has more talent, men and women, really.
And they need it because they're a 3-hour show, but it's overwhelming. And what SmackDown does have, they have crapped on every single week.
Right.
Kevin Owens is a great wrestler. Sami Zayn is a great wrestler, but you wouldn't know that right now. Baron Corbin is a good wrestler, but he hasn't been pushed quite the way he needs to. It's a little better, but still not there. And if you take the Jinder Mahal thing, it destroyed SmackDown. It killed it.
Well, how do you say it killed it?
It sucked ever since then. And when you build up one guy like that, everybody else has to take a back seat. AJ Styles, think about it. Randy Orton wrestled him 3 times. That's 3 pay-per-views. AJ Styles, I believe, did the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I just think he ruined it.
And where is he at now, though? That's my thing.
U.S. title picture. Yep. Where he needed to be.
Not too rude. That's right.
All right. Let's see what else you had on the docket.
He's number 11, Chase.
Who? What?
Yeah, he's number 11.
He's number 11.
The top 10.
You're right.
I don't like Charlotte. I don't know why, but I don't like Charlotte.
She's kind of went downhill for me too. I don't know.
I don't like her character. My problem is everybody calls her like one of the best wrestlers, or the best wrestler, and I'm like, I can give you several that are better than her. I don't like the way she talks. I don't like her wrestling style. I prefer somebody like Sarah Logan. Amazingly, I can't believe I'm saying that. Sasha Banks is a better wrestler. Asuka is a better wrestler. Bayley, when she is able to do what she needs to do, is a better wrestler. Charlotte's way down there. Becky Lynch, better.
Yeah.
Any disagreement there?
I disagree with the character part because she is who she is. She's Ric Flair's daughter. Mm-hmm. And that's where they're keeping her at, is in that.
Yeah.
She's Ric Flair's daughter. That's all she can do. She can't go anywhere else or do anything else. That's what she has to. That's what her character is now. It would be pretty sweet though if they did a where she gets tired of it and she's like, I'm sick of being in your shadow, and turns heel, like major heel, and beats him down, and that would be awesome. I think that would be cool.
They did it before.
Yeah.
She chewed him out on TV, and then the next week she had to apologize because they lost a lot of viewers in India. Apparently, being rude to your parents on TV is highly offensive in India.
She might go against. I'm not gonna be the Flair person anymore, but she's not gonna do beat him up or nothing. Yeah, I think right now there's just so many women wrestlers. That they've got to do the tag team thing. They've got to do something.
Where's Carmella been?
There's probably 25 women wrestlers, and they're all decent.
Carmella
somewhere.
Yeah, she was on there doing Twitter last.
Yeah.
I skipped through there, but although she's not a great wrestler, she's one of the best women characters on there.
Personalities.
Yeah, put her on there. Do something with a girl.
Yeah,
They got a lot. They got a lot of
Becky-
women talent right now. They need to do something about it.
I think Charlotte and Becky probably are. They're pretty comparable. Since you said that, it had me thinking. They're pretty. Just the way they wrestle's kind of similar. I like Becky a little better. Just I like her better. But the way they wrestle's a little similar. Their body types are a little kind of the same. Obviously, Charlotte's a little taller, but
I think being Ric Flair's daughter is a blessing and a curse for Charlotte. It gave her a lot of prestige coming out the gate, but now she's stuck in that world where she comes out and makes the woo sound, and she copies her dad, and it's kind of like a hindrance.
At some point, you got to be your own person. So.
Yep. All right, Chase, you realize you're not on, right? We can't see you. Okay, I take it that he has left. So he's going to go last in the next segment, which is winners and losers. I'm going to start us off in the winners and losers. Yep, it's coming. I know it's coming. My winner of the week is Roman Reigns. He won Elimination Chamber, and then somehow, after getting booed week after week after week, he was able to do one of his best promos and get the crowd on his side.
Hey, John.
Yes.
While you're on him, let me just ask this. Why are they pushing him?
All right, so
this is your ability.
This is Vince McMahon, his stubbornness. So from the get-go, he looked at Roman Reigns. He has the looks. Check. He is virtually indestructible. Think about everybody else that gets injured. This guy wrestles as hard
100%.
as hard as anybody does.
He don't get hurt
like every week.
Like if you watch Dean Ambrose wrestle, it's a Mickey Mouse Clubhouse episode. He doesn't do a whole lot, but Roman Reigns does. And so he has the wrestling pedigree. And so Vince McMahon said, this is going to be my guy. This is going to be my next John Cena. And he keeps pushing him and pushing him. He's ignoring what's happening. And what WWE will say is he's getting a reaction. But that's stupid to think that it's cool if half the audience is booing your star and half the audience is not. So that's the logic. The end of the sentence is Vince McMahon wants it to be, and therefore it's being.
At the end of the day, they have a brand that's really, what's the word I'm looking for? Like you can't really screw it up. So, and that's good and bad as a consumer because if they're going to do something a certain way, they're going to do it, whether it's better for the consumer or not. But because they've been doing the Roman Reigns thing off and on for 2 or 3 years now, and it's not really caught fire. It's like they just keep putting him down our throats. It's like, come on, man.
Well,
give me Seth Rollins for a little while, or he's fragile. I get it, but
all right. Well, let's think about this. You got Seth Rollins on one side. I think he could be a franchise guy. You got AJ Styles on the other side, franchise guy. You got John Cena on the SmackDown side, franchise guy. These are baby faces that you can get behind. Maybe not John Cena. I take that back. But you also have Finn Balor. You got 3 guys who can be your top baby faces. So why not make Roman Reigns your bad guy?
Your heel, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you got the John Cena type money invested in him to where there's no way John Cena should ever go heel because there's just too much image and too much money and too
much backdrop.
Yeah, too many young fans who are like, now Roman Reigns has the boy fans and the kid fans, and the women fans, but it won't be that big of a dent if you give him a heel run. And he can be the same jackass he is now, but not try to be a good guy at the end of all of it. So he is my winner. Now the loser, SmackDown Live, and I'm gonna explain to you why. So let's take it back to the Elimination Chamber and the Monday Night Raw before when they had the gauntlet match. Actually, the last month with John Cena. Every time John Cena has wrestled, he's lost. He's looked like garbage. He lost against Seth Rollins after Seth Rollins wrestled a match with Roman Reigns, which was like 40 minutes of the time that he was in there.
Yeah.
He loses. All right. So the guy who can't beat anybody on Raw goes to SmackDown and beats your world heavyweight champion clean. That shouldn't happen ever. I don't care if Cena needed a victory, if they needed him
after an elimination chamber.
Yes, they needed him to spice up the main event match. None of that matters to me. You can't have him go out there and beat your champ clean.
So he beat AJ?
1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring after looking like dog crap for a month and a half.
About to say, I thought you was about to say elimination chamber. I actually thought he fought decent in the elimination chamber.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm just saying that he lost that.
But I know what you're saying. You're talking about, yeah. I've been saying he's a loser like for the past 3 weeks. So
I remember him winning a big match up until SmackDown Live. So SmackDown Live as a whole looked like a piece of trash show because their star couldn't beat a guy who was desperate and hadn't won any matches as of late. Chance, your winner and loser for this week.
Who you got, Chad?
Let me do it. My winner was going to be, Roman Reigns. I didn't really see that coming, but John said it so matter-of-factly. I should have saw it coming, but I don't understand that. But he was my winner, but I can give you a side winner. I don't know. I don't know if I just like the way Sasha Banks fights or what, but to me, she was the best fighter on the Elimination Chamber. She was energetic like the whole time.
Yep.
Like all the other girls got tired and sloppy and real lackadaisical. I thought I just think they need to push her, but sometimes they just don't push the better talent. They push the better face. But so I think them two are my winners. The loser's going to be AJ Styles just because he lost to Cena. But I think it's an aberration, but it still happens. So
it takes some of the shine off that Shinsuke AJ Styles match that we reportedly is going to happen in WrestleMania. So why is that a big deal now? If AJ Styles gets beat by Cena,
and they'll say
so that wasn't for the belt, obviously.
No, just to make him look like
they'll say he's energized because he's with SmackDown now and stuff like that. But
yeah, Chase, what we got you. I don't know if you're going to go away here in a second, so let's get your winners and losers for.
What's up? Sorry, that was crazy. Oh man, sorry.
What
did I miss?
I need your winners and losers, Chase.
My winner is Alexa Bliss, and I say Alexa Bliss because bingo.
Swing.
I love what she did when she had me so fooled, bro. On the whole, I was like, she's really crying. She's really cried.
Oh my God!
I was like, she is really crying, dude.
I still think I still don't like that she's the champion, man. She
had you fooled on what? She was crying.
Yeah, she faked that after Elimination Chamber when she won. She was like, "I'm just so proud that all these girls could be in here," and I'm just, she kept like she was crying, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, what is going?" Yeah, it was fake. You didn't see her afterwards. She's like, "Your dreams will never come true."
It was awesome. Oh my gosh,
it was so awesome.
I fast-forwarded it after I heard a little bit of the talk.
It's worth it.
Oh man, it was awesome. All right, my loser is Braun Strowman. And he's my loser because the dude dominated the entire Elimination Chamber and lost to Roman Reigns. That's my only reason. I mean, I thought it was a great Elimination Chamber. I love what they did with it. I know, John, you disagreed with how they portrayed everybody, but I mean, if you really think about it, he is better than all of them. He's better than all those guys. I mean, maybe not as wrestlers, but as a legitimate contender for the heavyweight world championship belt, he's the man. But I still think they did him all
So
right.
is it set in stone after that Brock's fighting Roman Reigns?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Deal.
So this is gonna be a replay of 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I think so, and I think that actually that Braun might come down.
I don't think so.
You think he might interrupt that match?
Not a WrestleMania.
I would love to see him interrupt that match at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Playing the big violin at the top of the stage.
I don't know.
And then run down there and kill somebody.
I don't think it's smart, but
it's gonna be a payoff. You can't be like, but Braun interfered, so this could happen. No, it's gonna have to be Brock and Roman to settle it, and that we can all move forward with our lives. Chance, can you give us our winners and our losers for this week?
Yep, my winner is Bailey because I thought she did well in the Elimination Chamber.
Okay.
She was the first one in, right? One of the first two in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her and DeVille, or whatever her name is. And she was in there with Sasha and Alexa.
Well, she fought off the two girls for 5 minutes, so that's pretty good.
Yep.
Yep, she looked good.
I thought she did really good. I thought she held her own, and I think she's primed, ready to come back and be something. And my loser is Bray Wyatt. For I told you why earlier.
Anytime you lose to Matt Hardy 1-on-1,
right?
The delete Matt Hardy.
I ain't really gotta say much about it anymore. I might start crying.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's our winners and our losers. Now we're going to wrap everything up, guys. Please like, share, I guess give us a thumbs up. And if there's anything about the show you want to see change or that you like, or if you like to be on the show, prowrestlingperspectives@gmail.com. Help us out. Let us know what we need to do to make the show a little bit better. Please join us again next Thursday night for an additional recap of what's happening in WWE. With that, I'm going to turn it over to you guys. Chance, you got any more parting words or something that you want to share with us as we leave out of here? Are you going to do like a Bray Wyatt memoirs or something like that with your next book?
No, but that is a great idea. I might
the Bray Wyatt Chronicles.
I'll have to jot that down here in my brainstorming notebook.
All right, Chase, you've fully recovered from Disney World, and have you already planned your next trip?
No. I think we're done with Disney World. I'm just glad to be back. Sorry, I had a little power surge there where my phone died, but I could talk all night about it, man. But I enjoy it. Enjoy hanging out with you guys, and thanks for anybody that is watching or listening. And just like John said, like us, subscribe, let us know if you want to be on the show or if you want to help us out.
Chad.
Yeah, guys. Next week we'll do fast lane picks too. So.
Yep,
that's right. And they're getting rid of these 2 pay-per-views a month, so we'll only have one to worry about per month after WrestleMania.
So we've got
WrestleMania is after Fastlane, right?
So are we going to WrestleMania?
No,
it's too late.
Tickets are outrageous.
Mm-hmm.
So we got
to get you some tickets 8 months ago for a couple $100.
What'd you say, Chance?
We got Fastlane in 2 weeks, and then WrestleMania 2 weeks after that.
Probably a month after that.
It's sometime in April. I'm not sure. I should know that, but I don't know it.
Yeah, I think it's like the mid-April.
All right.
All right, guys.
Thank you, everybody who joined us, and we will see you again next week. Peace out.